Okay, in this clip I'm going to show you how to add a key to the door that we've just created. When you're creating keys, one way is to perhaps create lots of variables that store all the keys as part of your level. Now that might be okay for a couple of keys, but if you had maybe 100 different doors and different locks to unlock, it gets rather complicated. So this is a pretty simple technique which should help you to make more complicated sort of door levels with locks and keys, but just using a simple method of checking to see whether or not that key exists in the level. So imagine if you place a bunch of keys into your world, your blueprint has basically checked to see whether they exist. If you pick them up, they despawn and no longer exist in the world, so that means you can unlock the door. That's the kind of general idea for this technique. So we're going to modify one of our doors here. We're going to edit the blueprint, and we're going to add a variable of type actor, because our key will be an actor in the level, and we'll just call it my key, and we'll make it visible on here so that when we look at our doors in the level, they'll now have, under the default here, they'll have a variable called my key. Okay, so next thing we need to do is make a key. So we'll go new blueprint class, actor, let's call it key underscore BP, and inside here we will add something that looks, well, I haven't got any keys handy, I don't think any come in the starter pack, but we'll add one of these cones. That'll do. And they're a little big to start with, so let's just shrink them down by 50%. And we'll just drag one into the level like so. So this could be the key for that door, and then we'll just duplicate the key, and we'll stick another key over this side for this door. And obviously you wouldn't place the keys right next to the door, that'd be kind of pointless for a level, but this is good for testing. So on our door here we'll select that key there, and for this door here we'll use its my key eyedropper tool and select that key that's next to it. Now the only other thing we need to do is just add a bit of blueprint to both of these. So on the my key we're going to make use of our interface class again. Hopefully I can get to it. No, that's not the right one. There we are, interface BP. Apologies again for the menu not showing, but you should be able to find that a little easier than me. So we've got our interface BP on here. You've got to hit compile first, otherwise you won't be able to add it to your blueprint. We're going to use the same interact event, so basically if you end up looking at the key, it will pick the key up and just simply destroy the actor once you pick it up. I'm just going to check that these are actually within the visible range of our player as well. So let's see if we can pick these up. A bit high at the moment. We'll go in and fix the camera as well afterwards, so we can use the movement of the camera, but as you can see now we can pick these up. and they disappear from the world. And then the final step on the door is just to modify the door here. So that before we get to the timeline that plays, we just do a branch and we check to see whether my key is valid. Now, is valid will be true if the key exists in the world before we've picked it up. It becomes false once the destroy actor on the key gets fired off when we pick it up. So make sure you just set these up right. So if it is valid false, then we're going to interact with the door and we're going to pick up our animate our door opening. So let's just change our messages. Opening, and let's just have another print string here that says locked, just so we can check this when it plays. I'm just going to do a save all in case it crashes. So we'll try opening this door first of all. We should find that it says locked in the corner there. We're going to pick the key up. Try to pick the key up. There we are. Got the key, and now we've got the opening message. There we are. We'll check the other door as well. Make sure they work independently from each other. So there's locked. Pick this key up here. Picked it up, and the door will now open. So now that works. The next thing to do is just to maybe slightly repair the camera, because at the moment it shoots straight out from the side of the character. It'd be good just to have it so it works based off the camera.